And we are live. So, thank you once again, as the caretaker president in terms of what Toastmaster does and uses. I welcome you all once again. Uh, and as Toastmaster Heba is fond of saying, fellow Toastmasters and no guests. There are no guests, so that means that I don't need to introduce Toastmasters to you, and we can go straight to the business portion. Uh, this will be most probably our last Ramadan meeting. Any idea when is Eid expected to uh,
I think
come?
it's Thursday.
It's Thursday. That Thursday? Uh, you mean the 19th?
Right. Friday is
Friday. All right.
Thursday is was today, but
Yeah.
birth of moon would be so short, it will not be visible in Pakistan.
Right. Okay. Okay. So anyhow, that means that perhaps we will not be having a meeting next Sunday, and instead we'll have, inshallah, our in-person and hybrid meeting on the Wednesday, the 25th. So this is one announcement, and the second announcement is regarding the last meeting. Uh, our last meeting was. Held exactly 1 week ago. It was a pretty well attended meeting. Best speaker went to DP Irfan Faruqi, best evaluator Toastmaster Wasi Ahmed, best Big Four Toastmaster Imran Rana, and best table topic speaker went to Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar. With that, there are also a couple of changes or tweaks to the agenda. The first is that Toastmaster Hibari Khan will also she also volunteered to play the listener in addition to grammarian. So that is one change, and she will be sharing the word of the day uh, very soon. So with that, it is my honor and privilege. And one more announcement, sorry, everyone, it is renewal season. Let's get as many renewals as possible before March 31 so that we can remain in good standing and also qualified for President's Distinguished or Smedley Distinguished Award. Uh, our division contests are scheduled for April 12th, if I'm correct. And naturally, everyone is invited because there will be a couple of contestants from Karachi Toastmasters Club representing the area in the area one in the division. There is also another piece of business, I think, had taken place, but I'll repeat it that for the next year, since we are merging with District 104, all the areas in District 122 are being redesignated by addition of a 1 before the area number. So Area 1 becomes 101. Uh, Executive Committee has already approved this change, and that has been communicated to the realignment committee. With that, finally, it is time to hand over the charge to our Toastmaster of the day, DTM Irfan Farooq. So over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid, acting president, for sharing the screen with me, allowing me to be the Toastmaster of the day. And today we selected a theme under the title When the Winds Change. And let me share one more thing before starting anything ahead. In the month of Ramadan, here in Lahore, the season was very pleasant. Gradually, temperature increased. It became very hot. But since today morning, there's a heavy rain in Lahore, and clouds are bursting and grrr and dhar, and a beautiful day. And as Toastmaster Talha has said, unfortunately, I was sitting against the screen from the morning till now and not enjoying the weather outside. But season is always changing. Winds are always changing. Good morning, Toastmasters, my friends, in the absence of any guest. only members. So probably some guests will join. So in advance, welcome to them for joining this club and meeting. I would like to start the session with a small observation. I was not able to look outside very much from my room, but if you look outside your room, you will also observe something that was starting. I said, season is changing. Weather is slowly shifting. Days are becoming longer. Nights are becoming shorter. Nature reminds us of one powerful truth. Nothing stays the same, everything changes. Change is not only happening in nature, it happens in our lives, it happens in our families. Children grow up, parents grow older, new relationships evolve, new people enter into our lives. It happens also in our professional lives. New responsibility appears. People leave one organization and join another organization. After years of service, they join another organization. New technologies arrive, new expectations emerge, and sometimes change also happens inside us. A shy person becomes a confident speaker, a hesitant individual becomes a leader. In fact, every Toastmaster meeting is a small laboratory of change. Someone who feared speaking stands here and delivers a speech. Someone who once avoided feedback now welcomes evaluation. Someone who once said, I cannot, slowly begins to say, why not? That is the beauty of Toastmaster. We don't resist change, we practice it. So today, this evening, our theme is when the winds change. Throughout the meeting, I invite you to think about what changes has shaped our lives. What changes are you resisting? And what change might begin today? Let's enjoy this journey together. Let's adopt the Japanese Kaizen culture, which in words means better change. Although in management they call it continuous improvement, but the real meaning is better change. Change better, Kaizen. So let's adopt a better change in our lives. Let's start our session formally. And as all of us know, there are three segments in a Toastmaster meeting. Meeting will start from prepared speeches, which are generally 5 to 7 minutes each, except there are some different aspects. Each speech is evaluated by a fellow Toastmasters. The second segment is table topic, an impromptu speech session in which participants are invited to speak on a topic without prior preparations. Today, this session will be conducted by Toastmaster DTM Talha bin Hamid. Is it so or any change, Talha? It is still the same, right? So, have we decided about any general evaluator? Because it was discussed that it was written that GE will be finalized in the meeting.
The position is still open. If Toastmaster Kareem Meghani is willing to take it up, as he indicated, that would be great.
Yes, no problem. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much.
So Toastmaster Kareem Meghani will be our general evaluator. This general evaluation session, feedback session, would be our last session. And he will perform this role with the help of his team, evaluation team. So I would now go back to and request Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid to share the role holders of the day, because at the last time, at last moment, he was doing some adjustment instead of calling one another. If it is possible, would it be possible for you, Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid, to share the role
Yes,
holders?
yes,
Thank you
sure,
very
sure.
much.
So
Thank you very
today our grammarian is Toastmaster Hiba Rais Khan. Toastmaster Hiba, please explain your role, and you're also the listeners to explain that role as well.
Okay. Hello, Toastmasters. As the grammarian, I've chosen word of the day that is insatiable. It means always wanting more and not able to be satisfied. Okay. Please use it in the table topics and even the prepared speeches that the speakers are doing. And uh, and at the end of the session, I'll be highlighting the number of times the speaker has spoken the word of the day. And as the grammarian, also, I would be making note of all the incorrect phrases, words, grammar spoken by the speakers during the prepared speeches and the table topic session, and highlighting the correct usage without naming the person. And as the listener, I would be making note of all the interesting words and phrases spoken by the speaker during the prepared speech session and the table topic session, and highlight. And at the end of the session, I would be naming all those things, all the words, phrases, uh, sentences, interesting sentences spoken by the speaker. And the audience will have to guess it who spoke what. Thank you.
Thank you. And I will be the timer, so I will be showing the timing cards for a speech that is 5 to 7 minutes. I'll be showing the green card at 5, yellow at 6, red at 7. For the icebreaker, it will be 4, 5, and 6. For table topics, it's 1, 1.5, and 2. And for evaluations, it's 2, 2.5, and 3. Um, with your permission, Mr. TMOD, I would like now to invite Toastmaster Hiba for the joke of the day and then hand over the charge to you. So, Toastmaster Hiba, over to you for joke of the day.
Okay, fellow Toastmasters, why did the soccer player dislike Valentine's Day? Why did the soccer player dislike Valentine's Day? He hated red cards.
Oh.
And what's the best way to woo a mathematician? What's the best way to woo a mathematician? Use acute angles.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Hiba, for sharing your light jokes with us. I request Toastmaster Talha to please write the explanation of the word of the day also. It is insatiable,
It's insatiable.
ins-
Insatiable.
insatiable,
Insatiable. Yes, exactly.
insatiable, insatiable. So, ladies and gentlemen, I request.
Shall I tell the meaning of the word again?
Yes,
Yes.
yes, please.
Okay. The meaning of the word is always wanting more and not able to be satisfied. It is commonly used to describe desires or appetites such as an insatiable thirst or an insatiable desire for knowledge. The boy's appetite is insatiable. Her desire for knowledge was insatiable. So that
Thank
is
you
a
very
sense.
much. Thank you, Hiba. Everybody is requested to use the word of the day while they are talking about anything or any speech. So let's move towards the prepared speech session. We have today two prepared speeches. The first speaker is Toastmaster Neamatullah. Toastmaster Neamat, would you like to switch on your camera and mobile, your mic and camera? Yes, thank you very much. Toastmaster Neamatullah is delivering Level 1, Project 1 Icebreaker speech, and the title is From Silence to Speaking. And Toastmaster Neamat, would you tell us what is the pathway of your speech?
Sir, public speaking and presentation, sir.
The pathway, what is the pathway?
Sir, for today's speech,
This speech you are delivering, you would be delivering it from a
It,
particular pathway. Which pathway have you selected?
well, I want to intervene. I think DTM Sarfaraz, he hasn't yet cracked the pathways, and let him go with his
Okay,
ice-breaking speech, and gradually we will explore the different venues, including the various pathways that he wanted to do.
Sure.
I think. Sure. What do you think, DTM Tala?
yeah, yeah,
Well,
it's
So,
okay.
you are his mentor, so you can
yeah,
decide.
well, this is my submission. Just let him go
Okay,
with the icebreaker, and then we will gradually curve his way.
all right. That's okay, no problem. So, the speech title was From Silence to Speaking. I would be the evaluator for his speech, and it is Level 1, Project 1. And Toastmaster Niamatullah, can you see the timer?
okay,
Yes, Toastmaster
My
Talha bin
my
Ahmed.
window is the timer. Okay, if you can see my window, you'll see the timing signals.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, first speech, Toastmaster Niamatullah, From Silence to Speaking. From Silence to Speaking, Toastmaster Niamatullah, stage is yours.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Can everyone hear me clearly?
Yes, very clear.
My name is Niamatullah. I live in Quetta, Balochistan. I completed my BS in mathematics from Butams University in 2023. I am proud to have achieved a CGPA 3.97 out of 4, earning a gold medal for my academic performance and a recognition in provincial level mathematics competition. Currently, I am a teacher of mathematics. Every day, I teach numbers, formulas, equations to my student. But today, I want to talk about something that cannot be solved by mathematics: the fear of speaking in front of people. Today, speaking here is already a very big step for me. Throughout my academic journey, school and college, I never gave a single speech or presentation. At that time, I was completely unaware of the importance of public speaking. I believed that education was only about studying hard and getting good marks. If someone was good in studies, I thought that was enough to succeed in life. So I only focused on my academic performance. But when I entered my university life, I realized something very important. Many seminars, presentations, discussions were happening. Students were sharing their ideas, expressing their knowledge, and participating actively. At that time, I understand how important public speaking is. Although I had a very strong mathematical background, yet I could not stand up and share my skill or ideas in those seminars. Even though I am a teacher, teaching student is very easy for me, but speaking in seminars, presentations, meetings, or formal gathering makes me uncomfortable. That is why I decided to join Toastmaster Club to build my confidence, to improve my communication skill, most importantly, to overcome the fear of public speaking. Today, this icebreaker speech is my first journey in that direction. Toastmaster of the Day.
Uh,
Thank you very much, Toastmaster.
as per tradition, can we stand
Yeah.
up for?
Yes.
Thank you, everyone.
Excellent performance, Toastmaster Namatullah. Let me ask one thing, and let it be a little bit clear for myself. What's the correct name, Niyamatullah or Nematullah?
Sir, Nematullah.
Okay, because NIA, I thought Niyamat. So Nematullah. Okay, thank you very much. Our second speaker today is Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar. A lot of things have changed in his life.
Sorry. It's Toastmaster Kareem Meghani. Toastmaster Asghar is the evaluator.
It's the reverse. Oh, very sorry. Sorry for this miscommunication I gave to you. Toastmaster Kareem Meghani is our second speaker. And Toastmaster Kareem Meghani, your speech is on writing a speech with purpose. Is that right? Yes. It is level 1, project 2. And the speech will be evaluated by Toastmaster Muhammad Asghar. Right. And the title
Thank you,
of the
Toastmaster of the Day.
I was going to make a joke for you, but you are an evaluator, not a speaker, so I've reserved my joke.
No, sir, go ahead with the joke.
So I was thinking our topic is change, and I will be expecting a change in Toastmaster Asghar Ramzan's future speech. One day he will deliver a toast to his mother-in-law. I'm sure good time will come.
I think we can book
So
that down for the next meeting.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, and thank you for your insatiable curiosity to listen me. But unfortunately, our next speaker is Kareem Meghani. Kareem Meghani will be speaking from uh, dynamic leadership level 1, the pathway dynamic leadership. The project is writing a speech with a purpose. The title of today's speech: why it is important to change. We expect him from his speech, in fact, to learn to review the basic method of the writing or a speech with a defined purpose. In other words, we expect a well-written and clearly focused speech from him in this project. Over to you, Kareem Meghani.
Thank you, TM Asghar. Can you hear me?
Yes.
1899, a lady in Illinois, US, named Jane Addams, started a movement called Hull House. And what was this Hull House was that was a place, one of the earliest place where people used to come and they have shelter. Homeless people, poor people who are looking for shelter, they can go to this house. Jane Addams created this idea with some of his colleagues, and eventually in Illinois, this movement started a movement of social work in US. She was eventually nominated for a Nobel Prize. But what was the idea Jane Addams came with? The idea to have a place which can help people. Toastmaster of the day, dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today, my subject, I would like to talk about this movement which was created in 1899. Academically, yes, 1899, Jane Addams started it, but the religious communities around the world, this movement is going on from such a long time. In the Muslim world, you will see that, when Islam started, there was the first thing that, we need to help the homeless. Christianity movement, one of the biggest ethical movement was to help people who are suffering, and we all have to help. But there is a very interesting dynamic to it. When I study the data of last 2000 years, or let's say if I ask Google or ChatGPT to help me for that data, what I found that in last 100 years, the social work and civil organizations in the globally, it started a movement which has taken 2 billion volunteers of the world working on volunteerism for a change. 2 billion people. If 2 billion people can start a country, it will become like a country of Pakistan. Such a volume of volunteers who are just working and helping people globally. Now, why this movement was so important in 1899, and it created a global revolution. People wanted to help. People have money and people wanted to help because there is inequality in the society. People are rich, but they want that satisfaction or a purpose of their life. So the basic part of this revolution was that human understanding of suffering. And the volunteers globally started to feel that if we have extra, we can serve. But that's not something which I want to reflect right now. When I go into that data, I ask that what are the 5 key areas people are working in this civil organization? What was the first data told me that 50 to 55% of the volunteers are working on social work, which work with the poor people for just helping the neighbors, giving food, shelter, giving clothes. Now, this is 50 to 55% of 2 billion people are working. What other social work is going on? To my surprise, I see the second number was education. 15% of these volunteers are working on education. The third was health, the fourth was climate change, and the climate change started last 20 years. 8% of these volunteers are working on climate change. I was thinking, this is a global change movement. Helping people with food and resources, 50 to 55%, and education, just 15%. And we see the disparity of this data when we looked at certain amount of data around globally, Asia, Africa, we see poverty because of lack of education. Why the volunteers are working so much on the food and resources, but not on education, not on building schools, not to have teachers, community teachers who can go to these villages and in these poor neighborhoods and talk about education. I feel there is something wrong here. People like to help, but the helping style was just giving them food is making them more dependable, not independent. Jane Addams created that movement for social movement in Illinois. Yes, she wanted to create a shelter house for the homeless, but she also gave them certain kind of skills so these people can work. certain education, some educational skills, so they can work and next time they don't have to come to this shelter house. Ask any religious community, the basic principle of health is not to give them fish, but how to catch the fish. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask you all to just to reflect. We are helping. We all are, alhamdulillah, Muslims. I'm just mindful for that if some certain are not. But if we are all are Muslims in Ramadan, we are helping because our religion tells us to do. We are doing charity. But I want you to go back and reflect on this. Resources or give them a certain amount of skills and education so they can own their own resources. I want to take this message home, at least at my side. Today, I will make a difference, so I'm sure that certainly I will make a difference in one person's life, which I will help today, probably in education. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Kareem Meghani, for sharing how people around the world look at the charity, supporting humanity, and helping each other. With this, we conclude our today's prepared speech session, and we move forward now. Let me say one thing, Toastmasters, that if prepared speeches show us planned change, table topic represents unexpected change. Life rarely gives us time to prepare for something. Your boss suddenly asks for your opinion on a subject. A client demands an explanation. A guest unexpectedly asks you for a few seconds or few words of yours. Or your wife catches you doing something wrong. In all the cases, you have to be on your feet, quick, come up with an acceptable answer. In those moments, we have to adapt instantly to something that is acceptable. And that is exactly what table topic trains us to do. As we move into this session, remember our theme, change. You may be asked to look at the change from different angles, sometimes exciting, sometimes uncomfortable, sometimes humorous. Let's see how creatively our members respond when change comes without warning. I now invite our table topic master, Talha bin Hamid, to take the charge, take the control, and start our table topic session. Over to
Thank you.
you, Professor Talha bin Hamid.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day. So today the topic is change, and word of the day is insatiable. And it seems the world has an insatiable desire for change. But not all change is positive. There is a concept, especially in the West, called ennui. At least that's what I think it's pronounced as, ENNUI. And it's a very strange concept. It's an excuse for people to shirk their responsibilities. If I were to summarize ennui, it would be something close to boredom with a routine, right? So every time you see a Western TV show or a movie, and the spouse, especially the female spouse, if they just decide to leave or cheat, then of course ennui is a victim, and it is the other spouse who's blamed for boring them so much that they sought other options. So not all change is good. Sometimes we have to invest ourselves in the grind of doing things. Sometimes we have to work hard. Sometimes we have to do the same thing again and again and again. So not all change is good, and every change will lead to something better. More often than not, it is our desire to escape. It is our desire to, uh, look towards something potentially more positive all the time that causes us to seek a change. So before seeking a change, I urge everyone to look around yourself. What is right with you? What is right with your world? What is right with the people around you? Let's not change that. And the change that we seek should build upon what is actually right with the world, what is actually right with us, and what should not be changed before we go on about changing things around us. Word of the day is insatiable. And DTM Rabia, I would like to invite you first as the first table topic speaker.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, that's why you asked the word of the day. So today I'm
I couldn't understand the word of the day. What is
in
it actually?
it is insatiable. I will write it. Insatiable. It means never, always seeking more,
Always seeking
more, never
more.
satisfied.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So if I were to use it in a sentence, it would be Karachi Toastmasters Club has an insatiable appetite for Toastmaster Asghar and his speeches about his mother-in-law.
Oh yes,
Now you get,
definitely.
yeah,
Yes, I do get
okay.
it.
So today I'll be going to do something a little bit different. I've picked some landmark, or let's say very famous song lyrics about change, and I will give you those lyrics, and I would like to you to interpret those in your own way. Okay, so DTM Rabia, the first uh, topic to you is a line from one of the most famous songs from one of the all-time great artists, Man in the Mirror, and the line is, I'm staring at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. So, how do you interpret that? I'll
Can you
repeat.
repeat? Hmm.
Yeah. I'm staring at the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways.
Change his
What?
face?
Change his ways. I'm asking
Ways.
him to change his ways. Word of the day is insatiable. So, over to you, DTM Ravi.
I'm staring at the mirror, man in the mirror, and I'm asking him to change his
Change
ways.
his ways.
Thank you so much, DTM Talha, and it's good to be back, even for just a while. And I think what will I interpret from the topic that you have given me? I'm looking at the man in the mirror and changing ways. I believe that I have been. I'll put it on myself in this day. I'll relate it to my work and my lifestyle these days. It's all too much. It's a bit really too much. My family is always complaining. My friends are always complaining. My Toastmasters are always complaining that Rabia does not have time for anyone. And I think I need to change ways in a way that I need to allocate time to different for myself as well, because when I was a active Toastmasters, I used to believe that that time was for myself only, for my personal growth, for my well-being, for my mental peace as well. When you come and meet different people from different walk of life and you hear their stories, you you get better. You get better at understanding yourself. You get better at understanding the world. So I'm missing that a lot. And for me, changing ways would be to manage my work life balance. But the issue arises that I do not take my work as my work. That is my passion. That is what I have been doing even since before I worked. So that's my way of life. But recently I've been thinking a lot about it. And I think the man in the mirror is asking me to really start thinking about how to take out time for other things as well, and not to feel guilty about taking out time for other things. So what happens with me is when I take out time for other things, I start feeling guilty about it, and I feel like no, I should like keep on doing what I'm doing. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, DT and Ravya. I think it's a familiar challenge for many of us, including myself. And over time, after not that I equate myself to anyone great, but I've read uh, life histories of people who have achieved great things, especially in humanitarian causes. And we're all trying to do that in our own way, in our own capacity, right? Especially, I take Toastmasters as a humanitarian cause as well. And there are so many other things that we are all part of at various stages. I know Toastmaster Vase is, Toastmaster Asir is, Toastmaster Kareem just spoke about it. In fact, I'm so honored to note that in this meeting, this there's two people that I don't know about, but other than that, I know everyone else to be part of some humanitarian cause, and that is also something that is triggered and enhanced by Toastmasters, because I know many people who did not, myself included, who did not uh, pay much heed to these things. So, a degree of compromise needs to be made by the person following these causes, but also by the people around them. It is not a one way street, and they also need to understand that if they are being ignored or if their time is being limited, it's towards something good and something greater. I know it's not easy, it's easier said than done, it's a constant challenge. But again, this is something that needs to be addressed. Um, I would invite my next speaker, and that would be Toastmaster Vase. And Toastmaster Vase, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
So this lyric is from a song from 1988. It does not actually have the word change in it, but it is all about change. It is all about running away from a mundane life. It is Fast Car by Tracy Chapman, and the lyrics are: You got a fast car, I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal, maybe together we can get somewhere. You got that?
Can you repeat it once more?
Yeah, sure. And again, you don't need to interpret them or even understand them. You just need to share your feeling, right? You got a fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Together we can get somewhere. Word of the day is insatiable. Over to you, Toastmaster Vase.
Thank you, table topic master, for this topic. Got a fast car, I've got a ticket to anywhere. That's a very horrible combination and dangerous too. You can easily go to hell with it. But I mean, like, you can die and go to hell. That's the point of it. If you are driving a fast car and you have a ticket to anywhere, of course. And that's why what I personally feel is that life is not always about having a fast car. It's always a journey that has stops, and that if it has an accelerator, it also has a brake too, because when a car runs too fast, it gets out of control. So God has put brakes in life too, so we can actually go back to our core and rethink where we are actually headed, and we make our life a purposeful journey. And if we are going in a direction where we shouldn't be going, so a break comes. Or if it's a difficult journey for which we are not ready yet, then another break comes. It's all for our own safety. So when it's time to accelerate. We can move quickly and purposefully towards a destined goal and make our life purposeful. And that's the reason why having a fast car and a ticket to anywhere would be a horrible combination. Back to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm really impressed, Toastmaster Vase, the way you started and the way you carried the same theme and then you brought it back. That's really impressive. And I always like the way you operate slightly adjacent to the topic given rather than directly addressing it. That's the way creative people are. So, very interesting point of view. And now I will move to our next table topic speaker. Who else but Toastmaster Mariam? Toastmaster Mariam, are you there?
Hi, yes, I am now. I'm here.
Okay, great. So, Toastmaster Mariam, this song, this song is called "Landslide" by Fleetwood Mac. It is a very famous rock band from 70s and the 80s. And many of their songs featured around the breaking romantic relationships within the band members. All right. So the lyrics I want you to comment on is, well, I've been afraid of changing because I've built my life around you. Did you get that?
Yeah, can you just repeat it, please?
Yeah. Well, I've been afraid of changing because I've built my life around you. Word of the day is insatiable. Over to you, Toastmaster Mary.
So I'm just repeating it just to reconfirm the line.
Sure.
I'm afraid of changing, so I have built my life around you, right?
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Right. The moment you step into this world, you are already welcomed in an arranged environment where things are already settled. It's easy for you to settle and to mingle around because you have just got into this world, the things are going around you. You don't want any change. You were brought up in an environment where you feel safe, secured, like a princess, as I have always been. And I never thought of losing people that I have built my secure life around. And that is the moment when it comes to you that I don't want to lose people, that I want to be stuck with them around. And that comes when my father names comes around, like to my mind. I don't know why, but when you say these lyrics, my father names comes to my mind immediately because still I feel like he is around me. I sometimes I feel lost. I think, what if Abu was here? He would have said, "Okay, move on, do that, do it." I know. So whenever something comes around like this, he is a person. I don't know. He might have left me, but I will never leave him. I have my life around him. He is with me. I'm with him, and no matter what. The moment I remember when I was in hospital doing all those stuff, it was nothing that I felt any emotions because I was doing it all to save him, and I have that thing in my mind, signing consent forms and everything. But the moment I lost him, after a week, it hit me hard. That time I realized now he's no more, but I still believe he is here. There's a connection that is through Allah. It will never die. So I'm not letting that man go out of my life, and he will never go. That's the thing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mariam. I don't know what to say. I think you've conveyed whatever was in our hearts so well about our loved ones. And yes, of course, especially I feel for the females in our society because they're asked to change the nexus of their life after marriage, whereas there's no such expectation from the men, right? somehow females are expected to suddenly start caring more about their in-laws rather than their own parents. Although there's no such provision in our religion, and sometimes, of course, there's also social expectation that the spouses are supposed to be the center of each other's lives. But the reality of the matter is that that is a very long and time taking process. It doesn't happen overnight. And going through such transition, one realizes that it's not even necessary to have just one center of your life, is it? You can have multiple centers of your life. There's nothing forbidding that. And the people who have been the center of your life since you opened your eyes in the world, whether it's a parent, whether it's an elder sibling, whether it's a childhood friend, there's no replacing those. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Mariam, for putting so well, putting it out so well, whatever was in our hearts. Once again, thank you so much. And now I'd like to move to Toastmaster Kareem Meghani. Toastmaster Kareem, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Toastmaster Kareem, for you, the lyrics that I've chosen are completely opposite to what is happening around us.
Okay.
And I want you to reconcile the reality with those lyrics. Uh, so, the song is Wind of Change from 1990 from a heavy metal band called Scorpions. It was a ballad. It proved to be their biggest hit, and it was written in the context of the collapse of the Berlin Wall, because Scorpions also belong to Germany. The world is closing in, and did you ever think that we could be so close like brothers? The future is in the air, I can feel it everywhere, blowing with the winds of change. I'll repeat, the world is closing in, and did you ever think that we would be so close like brothers? The future's in the air, I can feel it everywhere, blowing with the wind of change. I hope you got that, Toastmaster Kareem. Word of the day is insatiable, so over to you.
This is a very, okay, if I'll say pronounce it right, insatiable topic also. The whole stanza itself. But wind of change in the current context, Toastmasters, it's something, which when I reflect on wind of change, I always see a morning after a darkness, a night, and then sunrise. This is a natural change which we see every day. And that change remind me there is still a hope. Whenever any certain changes happens in the world, I always go back and reflect on it. And I was not like this before in my early days of my life or my adulthood. I think in the last 10 years, after reflecting on 15, 20 years of work in professional life and looking at the world, I see that even there is darkness, but there is always a hope, because the sunrise will take over it very soon. The brothers will be brothers. There are people who will be together, who will be still loving each other. There will be changes of the environment, but people have the same emotions. The principles will be the same. Change of wind may be little dangerous, maybe sound very dark, but I always hope there is a sunrise. And that sunrise will change everything very soon. My wish, my prayers. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much. We all so needed a ray of light in the darkness, and I think you provided it spectacularly well, Toastmaster Kiran. Thank you for that. My last table topic will be by Toastmaster Hiba. Toastmaster Hiba, are you ready?
Yes.
Alrighty. So, Toastmaster Hiba, the song lyric that I've chosen for you is very iconic, although you're too young to be familiar with that song. It's called A Change Is Gonna Come by Sam Cooke, and it is one of the most famous songs about change. And the lyrics are, it's been a long, long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. It's been a long, long time coming, but I know change is gonna come. Word of the day
Okay.
is insatiable.
Okay, I have to. Fellow Toastmasters and no guests. Um, Public speaking has had before joining Toastmasters, public speaking had always been a fear of mine, and fear of mine, and even in my in my MBA and bachelor's, I used to wing my presentations and never be up to the mark. However, I did manage to, score reasonable marks in my presentation. And after my masters, I decided to join Toastmasters because after my masters, I decided to join Toastmasters because it was a long time coming, and I thought that presentation skills is something which is important in practical life, and without good presentation skills, uh, one cannot hope to succeed in the corporate world. So it was a long time coming. I'm still in the process of uh, improving upon my communication skills, and will do so with by and will do so in the future. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I love how inspiring your table topics are because they're coming directly from the heart. And you know what? There's no lack of talent, Toastmasters, on your part. You know what your problem is. You've declared it yourself, and it is laziness. It is laziness. So
Yes.
it is high time that you finally decided to conquer that. Thank you so much for that heartfelt table topic. And with that, our session comes to an end. Please vote for your favorite table topic speaker. All were qualified. And please try to vote for two of your favorite speakers so that we have a result. All right. So I'm floating the poll. And with that, it is back to our Toastmaster of the day, DTN Irfan Farhan.
Thank you very much. Let me vote first. No, no, I will not. I was away. Dear fellows, in 1960, British Prime Minister Harold Macmillan in Cape Town said, "The wind of change is blowing. The wind of change is blowing through this continent." He was referring to decolonization of the Africa. We see another wind now blowing. Whenever wind blows in political terms, there are certain negative consequences. But, dear fellows, change does not come automatically. It is not possible that God comes to the earth and he will change our lives. There is always a need of a reflection when you want to change. The change in Africa came with a reflection of people. The change in the world is again coming. It is knocking between Asia and America, but it will ask for a lot of sacrifice. Change will come through reflection. It does not take place automatically. Reflection and feedback are the most important aspect of any change. Improving our lives through feedback is an important decision that has far-reaching impacts. Imagine trying to improve without anyone telling you what worked, what could improve, and what potential they see in you. That is where evaluation becomes powerful. Evaluators are not critics. They are partners in progress. They help speakers see the small adjustment that create big improvements. And in that way, evaluation becomes one of the most powerful tools for prosperous change. As we begin the evaluation session, let's listen carefully because every evaluation is a step in someone's journey of growth. I now invite Journal Evaluator, Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid once again.
No, it's Toastmaster Kareem Meghani.
Okay. I invite Toastmaster Kareem Meghani to take the Journal Evaluator role and along with the evaluation team, present his evaluation for the day. Toastmaster Kareem Meghani.
Thank you, DTM Irfan. Thanks for giving me the floor. Wonderful meeting. I think that, I'll start with this a spirit of Toastmaster. I can feel it from KTC. Even whatever the circumstances, whatever the responses, they are always able to find members to run a meeting. And it always motivate a Toastmaster from heart. So first, salutes to all who are running KTC, and it is not easy. I can understand that, but when we have lack of members, a Ramadan meeting on a Sunday, but still we were able to do a fantastic meeting today, a wonderful meeting. Today's the subject was wind of change. The theme, we're talking about change, and many of us was discussing this subject in a different way. So let's listen to some of the feedback from the prepared speeches first, then we will call the role players, and then eventually I will give you my feedback. So let me invite the first evaluator for TM Niyamatullah, who was he delivered his icebreaker. It's always a special moment for a Toastmaster to deliver his icebreaker. So let me call his evaluator to come forward. DTM Talha, who was the evaluator for
DTM.
DTM Irfan? Okay. DTM Irfan, if you can give the feedback about TM Niyamatullah.
Thank you. Toastmaster Niyamatullah, is it possible to switch on your camera? Yeah, thank you very much. Toastmaster Niyamatullah, very heartiest congratulations for starting your journey towards your self-improvement, towards improving your communication and leadership skills. Today, you might be under pressure because it is the first day you are facing a camera. You have participated in a few meetings previously. You have listened to others speaking. And today you would be thinking, it is my day of speaking. It is my day. And this thinking really creates a pressure on a person. Once the speech is delivered, speaker feels relaxed. And this is one of the most important tasks that you should always remember in your future speeches. The pressure is there before you come onto the stage. And if you will not come onto the stage, you will always remain under pressure. The best way to relieve your pressure is come onto the stage, deliver your speech, and don't consider my speech is good or bad. Just don't consider it. Prepare your speech. Don't come unprepared. Prepare your speech. Try to do an exercise, rehearse it, keep a stopwatch with you, deliver your speech in an empty room, watch your time, do it in front of a mirror, see yourself there, and within 2 or 3 speeches, tremendous difference will be observed by you and by others also. It was a very encouraging thing to come here on the stage and deliver the first speech. And I must say, you seemed a little bit worried about your speech, but your speech was very good speech. You were very confident, your face was normal, and you were facing the audience with basic information and knowledge. You did not stop at any place. You did not mumble, you did not hesitate to say something. Fluency was there. You were talking to the people. And that is the best thing that one can do. For your future speeches, I would add 1 or 2 things. There can be many things, but for next speech, try to adopt 2 things. Number 1 is camera angle. Your camera is at height, you are at low side. Keep it in front of you. And above your head, a lot of room is empty. So look at me. This is the place empty above my head. Try to fix camera like that. This is the best angle. Here, your expressions will be visible. Here, whatever you're saying is more visible. Number 2, try to use your hands. In next speech, adopt these 2 things. Set a camera angle at a better place and use your hands. And you will see your speech will be far better than what it was today. It was a good speech, but I want to see even a better speech next time. Hope that you will have courage, you will come again, and you will be a successful speaker very soon. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Niyamatullah, thank you, DTF Irfan, for such a lovely feedback. I will just say, TM Niyamatullah, first icebreaker, very special day. Always remember it, because this will start your journey for improvement. Every step is an improvement. So, congratulations on your first speech. Let me ask the evaluator. I was the second speaker, and I had a very special privilege to be evaluated by TM Asghar Ramzan after a long time. So, over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. I think that the privilege is your appearance to be with us. For me, it is more important, and try to be with us as much as possible. We want to learn from you. Um, uh, Kareem, you were supposed to deliver a well-written and focused speech. So I would like to focus my evaluation on these 2 criteria rather than going to the traditional way. As far as the well-written portion is considered, here is my appreciation or commendation. The way you started the story from 1899, Jane Addams, the idea of social work and as slogan to have a place to work the people, and then you went to the background, how the previous in the history of humankind this idea generated much before 1899, and then you started to came down about voluntarism and it is history, the way this helping other idea was revolutionized. The second recommendation is over here, you took a twist by deploying certain killer statistics. When you came down to the type of the help, helping poor, giving to the poor, and investing the education of the poor people. And then the way you critique this idea and brought a new paradigm in front of us. This is the second uh, commendation for your speech. And finally, the way you emphasize the skill in order to justify in order to justify the increased help when it comes to the education, you emphasize the skill, how we need to learn someone to catch the fish rather than providing him at his doorstep in his home. Now the I think this well written speech could have been more systematic if you had brought the initial story in the end of your speech, how the idea developed by Jane Adam culminated into a Nobel Prize. This Nobel Prize winning and the idea that you have discussed could have connected us more strongly. Number two, when it comes to the education, thou we agreed in your philosophy, we expected you to come up with a reference where certain people doing in the education sectors have done something extraordinary. You could have bulldozed the idea, the 50% idea of giving the poor. Otherwise, I really, the way you delivered this, the way you are focused, I really appreciate the background, the history of the idea, and the way you critique us. Merely certain references could have made it more systematic and more a killer speech. Over to you, journal evaluator Karim Meghani.
Thank you, TM Asgar. And I was really, thank you for that. As I'm general evaluator, I'm just commenting on it that, I'm really building on this particular subject. This is my 2026, one of my goals that to work on social innovation. And this is the start. And as you said, that to come back to KTC, this is my first day and you will see me more. And that's for sure. So, so thank you very much for these evaluations, fantastic evaluations from DTM Irfan and TM Asghar Ramzan. It's always wonderful to have that kind of feedback. In Ramadan, I should not talk about breakfast, but this is the breakfast for Toastmasters, and we got this breakfast, and we are really full of that nutrition which we needed it. So let's move to the second section. It's the table topic evaluation. And I can see that TM Asghar Ramzan is having another hat of table topic evaluation. So may I request you to give your feedback to the table topic session.
Thank you. In the month of the Ramzan, evaluation is the Sehri of the champion. Uh, our first speaker was Rabia. Rabia is not available, so I would like to skip her because she is not available. Is to save the time. Wase was our second speaker, running away from the mundane life. We together may go somewhere. Uh, Wase, uh, the way you are allowed to interpret the title the way you like it, and you exactly did that. You took all of your time and you mentioned that it was horrible and dangerous combination of driving a fast car, rethinking purpose of journey. You talked purpose of journey and rethinking how applying the brake is sometimes important. And The way you interpret the sentence without going into the philosophy of the exact sentence, you talked around it. And one of the important thing, I think, when you are not able to comprehend what the other is saying, the second important thing is to continue talk the closest thing that we have about the about that topic, and you did that very well. Second, the next was Mariam. Do I need to talk or should I go to the Kareem? Kareem, as DTM Tala said, reconciling the reality, wind of change, blowing the air of the change, future is in the air. You used the word of the day in the very beginning, insociable demand for change. You talked, you think that the change, one of the wonderful thing that I have seen in you being an optimist, being someone who always see the glass half full. When you said that you always, when you see the change, you see always morning after the darkness or the light after the darkness. That is the philosophy that I'm really, uh, and the second part in your speech, the way you mentioned how you evolved to see the things from the new perspective, from your childhood or early adulthood up till now. And you wonderfully concluded your idea of the change. I don't see anything wrong. I just want to express my appreciation by taking this 30-second time. Heba Rais Khan, a long time in coming, but change will come. Uh, the most attention attracting or attention grabbing thing when you start the no guest even at this stage, it is good to realize even people are not there. And you mentioned it, you refer the public speaking and relate it to the change. You talked how you joined Toastmaster after your graduation and you saw the change coming, though it takes uh, time, but you in no way seemed to be disappointed one. You talked today. The only thing that the area of improvement that I want to mention is the maximum time. Take your maximum time to speak. When you speak, I can't see anything wrong while you are speaking. Uh, your grammar, your vocabulary, your accent is par excellence. The only thing you need is to be in front of the camera and keep on talking. Over to you, journal evaluator. I did not evaluate the absent speakers to save the time.
Thank you, TM Asghar Ramzan, and I think we appreciate all the table topic speakers, wonderfully conducted by DTM Tala bin Hamid. And that was the fantastic part of this table topic is, to do that reflection of that particular songs and this kind of analogy in certain 30 seconds and people responding, that's an accomplishment. So that's fantastic, DTM Tala, and thank you for bringing that challenge to the Toastmasters. So my next evaluator will be the grammarian, TM Hiba Rais Khan, and if she can give her report.
Okay. Fellow Toastmasters, as the grammarian, someone said in the globally, it should be globally. Someone said volunteers working on, volunteers are working on. I wanted them to be stick around. I wanted them to stick around. Someone said though, thou, it should be though. And TM Asghar spoke word of the day once, DTM Tala spoke it once, and TM Kareem spoke it once. Apart from that, as the listener, someone said it hit me hard. Who said it? Someone said it hit me hard.
Nematullah?
No.
Toastmaster Mariam?
Toastmaster?
Mariam?
Yes. Someone said you did not mumble. Someone said you did not mumble.
Toastmaster Irfan?
Yes.
DDM
Yes.
Irfan?
Irfan. Okay. Manage my work-life balance.
DTM Rabia. Rabia
Yes.
Shah.
Yes. The way you critiqued it, someone said.
Toastmaster Kareem Meghani.
No. Toastmaster Asghar. Wait a minute. Okay, and someone said mundane life.
DTM Tala.
DTM?
Tala.
Yes. Someone said shelter house for the homeless.
That will be Toastmaster Kareem.
Kareem Magani.
Yes. Someone said pay much heed to these things. Pay much heed to these things. DTM Talha. And the last one, sorry. And the last one, someone said destined goal. Someone said destined goal. Toastmaster Vase. That's about it for my report.
Fantastic. Fantastic. I love to always.
Karim, your voice is broken and we can't hear you.
Yes.
Can you hear?
No, bit better.
Hello, hello.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can
now
hear.
is it? Yeah, okay. So I just want data.
We can hear you, Kareem.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yes, beta ji. Is there anything left in evaluation?
Just the judge about the meeting.
Yes, I think his Kareem Meghani has some problem. So let's.
Yeah,
No,
but I
our
think
counter report is also
he's
left.
trying to come back. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on
Yeah.
my computer now. So can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah. No, it was just the timer report and just the final words from me.
No, our counter
Yes,
report is
our
also
counter.
left. I am giving the
There is an okay. Can I call the counter? Yes, please give your report.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, General Evaluator. Let me just quickly share the our counter report. First of all, I was very in much despair that I have to look for eyes and arms of all the seasoned Toastmasters. Almost all of them are experienced, so it was really hard. But somehow, as Toastmaster Kareem said, that we have to look for the morning. So I found some DTM Irfan Faruqi one so Toastmaster Nematullah, no Aaz or Ams. Toastmaster Kareem Meghani 1A, DTM Rabia Zishan 1 So and 2A, Toastmaster Mariam 2 So's, Toastmaster Hiba Rais Khan 3 A's, and Toastmaster Asghar Ramzan 3 A's and Ums. And that's for the counter report. Thank you.
TM Vase, for you this report. Timer, if you want to like to present your report.
There's not much to report except that we are behind schedule. I don't know why. Because everybody pretty much performed their roles within time. So that means that perhaps, yeah, the culprit is actually that way too little time was allowed for table topics and we started about 5 minutes late. Other than that, everybody played their roles within time. Over to you, General.
Yeah. No, I just want to say in the finally that, it was a fantastic speech. I said it in the beginning that, with the limited resources, limited members, it's always commendable for Karachi Toastmasters to hold their meetings, always disciplined to have a meeting, weekly meetings. So hats off to all the people, including DTM Tala, for doing a lot of work, and others also who are part of this team. I can see TM Asgar, TM Hiba, DTM Irfan Faruqi, TM Vase, TM Rabia, for all your commitment, TM Mariam, for all your commitment to participate, and TM Nematullah to the group. So, fantastic meeting. It was a pleasure to be back. And over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Now I request the acting president, Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid, to do the closing of the session. Toastmaster Talha bin Hamid.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So, while we float for the best major role there, I would like to ask, first of all, Toastmaster Nematullah, how was your experience of your first meeting as a member?
Meeting.
Your first meeting as a member, how was your experience? Sorry, we can't hear you. Can anyone else hear Toastmaster Nemat? Can you adjust your audio or something?
Yes.
Okay, I think we can hear you now. Can you share your experience of your first meeting as a member, Toastmaster Nemat?
Saying
DTM Tala, I think we need to move forward
Yes,
because there
yes,
is
yes,
no
yes.
response.
Okay,
Perhaps
okay.
we are facing
So,
some issues.
yeah. So once again, thank you, Toastmaster Nemat. Let me just add, I speak for everyone when I say I think, mashallah, you present yourself very well, and that is an asset, both in terms of visual and in terms of speaking. You don't need to be afraid of anything. You will, inshallah, master this skill very soon, inshallah. So, with that, let me announce the results quickly. Our best speaker, actually, Toastmaster Nemat spoke for less than the minimum time. So that means that Toastmaster Kareem is our best speaker of the day. Best evaluator today goes to DTM Irfan Faruqi. Best table topics goes to Toastmaster Mariam, as always. Whenever she comes, she wins the table topics. And best major role player goes to our. Wait a minute. Just give me a second. I lost the poll a bit. Let me just. Yeah, okay. Best major role player goes to myself as table topics master. So, congratulations to myself. Thank you everyone for voting for me. So, with this, we adjourn this meeting with an advanced Eid Mubarak and with the best wishes for the last days of Ramadan, of course. It is a holy occasion. Let's use this occasion in our own way to pray for peace, first of all, pray for prosperity for all of us. And we will now, inshallah, meet in some other meeting, maybe in the intervening time, but at KTC's platform, we'll be meeting, inshallah, on the 25th Wednesday. So goodbye, everyone, and see you all very soon. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Eid Mubarak
Thank
to
you,
everyone in
Toastmasters.
advance.
Yes, Toastmaster Kareem, seeing you today, seeing Rabia today, and not seeing Mariam today was equivalent to Eid for us. So you get the message. Thank you so much for coming.
We'll keep coming. I'll keep coming. Yeah, inshallah.
And of course, having a nice
Eid
breaker
Mubarak
from
to all.
Twitter. So thank you so much, and once again, Allah Hafiz.